Ladies and gentlemen, football fans across the tri-state area and beyond, picture this. It's 2007, a freezing night in the desert, and Eli Manning stares down Tom Brady like he's got ice in his veins. The New York Giants, those blue-collar warriors from the concrete jungle, pull off the impossible, sacking the Pats in the end zone not once, but twice, to win Super Bowl 42. Or fast forward to 2011, Eli again, dancing through the chaos, finding Mario Manningham on that sideline toe tap for life against the same dynasty. Those moments, they're etched in Giants lore, reminders that Big Blue doesn't just play the game, they rewrite it. But here's the question burning in every Giants faithful's heart right now. Can these 2025 New York Giants, battered, bruised, and staring down a 2-9 abyss, channel that same unyielding spirit to tame the roaring Detroit Lions this Sunday at Ford Field? Folks, strap in, because we're diving deep into this NFC showdown that's got more twists than a Jersey Turnpike traffic jam. I'm your host, the voice of Big Blue Passion, and this is your ultimate Giants-Lions preview. Let's make some noise. Alright, let's kick things off with the cold hard facts of this heavyweight clash. The Giants roll into Motown on a gut-wrenching 5-game skid, their latest heartbreaker a 27-20 collapse against the Green Bay Packers where they blew a fourth-quarter lead, again. That's the story of this season, right? Tease you with hope, then yank it away like a bad blind date. But hold up, the Lions aren't exactly strutting in unscathed either. Coming off a gritty 16-9 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, Detroit sitting at 6-4, clinging to third in the NFC North, and suddenly, that Super Bowl buzz from last year feels a little dimmer. The odds makers have the Lions as 12.5-point favorites, ouch. But in the NFL, where underdogs feast on chaos, anything's possible. And with both squads nursing injury wounds deeper than a Thanksgiving hangover, this game's a coin flip wrapped in uncertainty. The Giants' path to victory? Lean on that ground-and-pound attack, control the clock, and force Jared Goff into those quick decisions he hates. But the Lions? When they're firing, they're a machine. The key variable here, as our insiders whisper, is health, pure and simple. Both sides are limping, and that's the spark that could ignite a Giants upset. What an opportunity for Brian Burns and that front four to feast. Now, let's zoom in on the main event, the quarterback carousel for Big Blue. Folks, if you're a Giants fan, you've ridden this roller coaster more times than you can count. Think Phil Simms handing off to Joe Morris in the 80s, or Kerry Collins slinging it to Amani Toomer in those wild playoff runs. But today, it's rookie sensation Jackson Dart's show, or at least it was, until that brutal concussion against the Bears 2 weeks back. Drafted 25th overall out of Ole Miss this year, Dart's been a revelation, a dual-threat wizard who's got that Manning-esque poise mixed with Lamar Jackson's wheels. Remember his debut start in Week 4? He topples the undefeated Chargers with a rushing score, then follows it up by outdueling Jalen Hurts and the Eagles the next week. Through 7 starts, he's thrown for over 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns, and yeah, he scored 5 rushing TDs, making history as the first QB to run one in 5 straight games. That's the kind of electricity that lights up MetLife Stadium, where the defense chants echo like thunder from the old Polo Grounds days. But here's the gut punch. Dart, still mired in the concussion protocol, ruled out for this Lions tilt after limited practices all week. Interim head coach Mike Kafka, stepping up after Brian Daboll's shocking firing post-Bears loss, confirmed it Friday morning. Jackson's progressing, but we can't risk it, Kafka said, his voice steady but eyes betraying the frustration. So, enter Jameis Winston, the cannon-armed veteran who's been the bridge since day one. Winston, that Florida State legend with a beard that screams, "Party at my tailgate," went 19 of 29 for 201 yards and a rushing TD against Green Bay. But that pick six? Oof, it stung. He's 0-3 as a starter this year, but don't sleep on him. His deep ball can stretch defenses thin, and against a Lions secondary that's allowed big plays lately, he might just connect with Malik Neighbors for a 50-yarder that has Detroit fans groaning. Shifting gears to the backfield, where the real magic, and the hope, lies for these Giants. The run game's been a beast lately, racking up 311 yards over the last 2 outings, with just 66 of those coming from Dart before his injury. That's no fluke, it's a blueprint. Tyrone Tracy Jr., the Purdue product and 5th-round steal from 24, is emerging as the workhorse Big Blues craved since Saquon Barkley bolted to Philly. At 5 feet 11 inches, 210 pounds, Tracy's got that burst, like a young Tiki Barber dodging tackles in the Yale Bowl era, averaging 4.4 yards per carry last season with 839 rushing yards and 5 scores. This year, he's exploded for 103 rushing yards and 29 receiving per game in recent stretches, splitting time but owning 67% of snaps. His recovery from a nagging tweak has been huge. Without Dart's legs, Tracy's the spark. "I'm feeling fresh, ready to grind," Tracy told reporters midweek, flashing that grin that says he's got unfinished business. Pair him with Devin Singletary, the steady vet from Buffalo who's notched 8 TDs this season on 3.9 yards per pop. Think of him as the Joe Morris to Tracy's Ahmad Bradshaw, and you've got a committee that could chew up clock against Detroit's 8th-ranked run D, which caps foes at 100 yards per game. But oh boy, facing the Lions' front seven? That's like walking into a buzzsaw blindfolded. Aiden Hutchinson, that Michigan monster with 7.5 sacks already, is the nightmare. His edge rush has that Lawrence Taylor ferocity. Remember LT terrorizing QBs in the '86 Super Bowl run? Hutch's got 21 tackles, 7 TFLs, and he's the highlight reel. Yet, Giants OC Tim Kelly, Kafka's right-hand man, zeroed in on the real villains, those linebackers. "Aggressive," Kelly said, pounding the table in his presser. "In their schemes, the techniques they use, there's so much press coverage when you break it down. Look at Jack Campbell, Alex Anzalone, Derek Barnes. These guys attack the ball carrier like it's personal. They punch at the ball, they've got this mentality to go get it. Aggressive is the word." Kelly's right. Detroit's D-line isn't just Hutch, it's a pack of wolves, with Brian Branch adding 2.5 sacks and Alex Anzalone snagging an INT. The Lions' defense ranks 5th overall, 8th against the rush, and they've held 5 straight foes under 20 points when healthy. But here's the rub. Detroit's banged up too. Key injuries plaguing them all season. Sam Laporta out for the year with back surgery, Amick Robertson sidelined with a hamstring, even nagging issues for Penei Sewell on that O-line that's taken a step back in pass pro. Wrapping this epic up, Giants Nation, what a ride it's been, from those glory years under Bill Parcells, when LT redefined terror, to Strahan's Giants helmet dent on Favre, to now, this resilient squad fighting through the fog. Jack's out hurts, but Winston's got arm talent, Tracy and Singletary have legs, and Burns? He's a sack machine waiting to roar. This isn't just a game, it's a statement. Tame the Lions, and suddenly, that playoff whisper turns to a shout. So, hit the Ford Field watch parties, crank up New York State of Mind, and cheer like it's '07 all over again. Tune in Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Will Big Blue shock the world? You tell me on X with #GiantsRoar. Until next time, keep the faith, keep it blue, I'm out. Go Giants!